we've seen the game, we've seen the San Antonio and Austin commute, we've seen the cities grow, and we've seen we've seen what football has done for us. Let's go there. We definitely have seen what football has done for us, and we want to see what it's going to do for others. I want to, and you mentioned GG Cupcakes. I love the fact that you mentioned that because you said something on another interview that it really was an eye opener when it came to. You said if you owned $1 billion corporation, you're always going to see how you can increase your bottom lines, how you can get more out of the players for less.
Correct.
I think that has now transitioned into recruiting, coaching, in the NFL, from high school to college to the NFL, because now college players are getting paid. So now on the recruiting aspect, I feel like they're trying to milk the dollar. I feel like if I can get a 5-star for a 3-star price, if I can get a 3-star for a 2-star price. And then we had one coach say the other day he doesn't feel like he can keep his job if he's going to recruit a bunch of 18-year-olds. And I kind of see where he's coming from on that. How do you feel like you have an NFL experience? How do you feel like that has transitioned down to the lower levels?
I mean, you're starting to see right now, especially the big programs, the Power 4 programs, P4 programs, they have pretty much a recruiting department.
Correct.
Which is a lot different from back when we were playing.
Yes.
You know, you had the coaches had to literally, I guess, that Friday night, Thursday night, they
up.
have that last practice, and next thing you know, they're on the road going to go watch high school football games and you know, and documenting who they like and things of that nature. I also find that back in the day, you tried to recruit your homegrown kids.
Correct.
I feel like with that process, you know, you especially you go to University of Texas, I think is when you say, hey, this is Texas, a lot of those young men back in the day, which you can attest to, was everybody was from Texas.
Correct.
And everybody wanted to play for the school of Texas. I think now it's a lot different when you look at college football because of the business aspect of it, where can I make money and things of that nature. I think you lose that core value of, you know, if I needed to graduate or if I meet friends and things along the process and you grow those type of partnerships and business relationships like I did with 2 of my former teammates, I think those are the type of things you kind of lose because at a young age, and I think the mind is not fully developed and matured, you're chasing the dollar. And a lot of times I will say this, and maybe we don't want to actually talk about these type of things, but a lot of times these young kids that are playing this game of football come from less fortunate backgrounds. So at an early age, when it comes to mom working maybe 1 or 2 jobs or, you know, brothers, sisters may need a little bit of help or whatever, I'm chasing that dollar to help family rather than seeing what I could do for my life. I'm trying to help others at an early age. And you're expecting these young men to become adults and become caregivers at a very early age. So I think if you talk about it more in context, I think even with this business thing going in place, you kind of got to have like an HR department. What I mean by that is you got to put somebody in place that understands how the dollar works, and you got to be able to educate these young men, and at the same time be able to help them to navigate how to operate and work with this type of large money at a very early age at a young time.